You have made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to day one of the Elevate Your Brand Message Accelerator. I'm so excited and I'm so happy to finally be here. It's been a journey getting to this point, and I'm truly so grateful and excited to see you here, to have you here, to be able to share this message with you today. So a few weeks ago, I was on a group coaching call with my clients, like every single Thursday since basically 2016. We were talking about the power of doing live events. And one of my clients was asking me, well, what type of live event do I do? Do I do a webinar? Do I do a boot camp? What do I do? In that moment, I felt like since we were having this conversation, something lit up within me. And it was really kind of interesting, right? And the next day, I had an appointment at the DMV to renew my driver's license. Now, my appointment was at 11 a.m. I left my house at 10:30. I got back to my house at 3:30 in the afternoon. It was a long day at the DMV. And I spent those entire 4.5 hours or whatever standing first and then sitting down and writing nonstop on my phone like a crazy person. These ideas that were just flowing and downloads that were coming through. And I could not even control these ideas. I hadn't done an event like this one since 2021. And within hours, all of that was created. Elevate was born. I feel like the universe forced me to sit down on that Friday. I have 3 kids. One of them's running around. I can hear her already in the background. I have a full-time business. And my Fridays, I have things going on. I'll share some of those things with you in a second. But I really believe that I needed to sit down or stand up or a little bit of both that day to create what you were about to hear. And I truly believe that if I received it and you are here right now, it's because you needed to hear it too. Otherwise, you wouldn't have bothered. There's so many people that signed up for this event, more than I've ever had people signed up for an event. And a lot of them are not going to show up. So I truly believe that if you are here right now, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this in the replay or you're watching this in 5 days or whenever you're watching this or listening to this, it's because you had to get to this place. You needed to be here to receive the message that I'm about to deliver for you today. And I know that you're here to listen to me talk about how to upgrade your messaging and how to make more money and how to attract better clients and all the things. And I promise you, I am going to deliver these things for you. I promise, okay? But I really want you to stay connected and present with what I have today, especially today of all days, because it's really what it takes for you to elevate your brand and elevate your message, right? I'm going to try today to talk a little bit slower than usual. I really am going to try. It's very much a challenge for me because I'm a Latina and it's in my blood to be passionate and to speak fast. You're going to hear me talking with my hands a lot. It's just part of my love language, right? But I'm going to do my best to try to go slower so that you can really get the things that I'm here to share for you. So welcome. Hola, mi gente. Soy Fabi Paolini. I'm Fabi Paolini. I'm a brand strategist. I help experts attract ready-to-invest clients by upgrading their messaging, by truly embodying the real message that they have within. The people that I attract and I bring into my world are truly next level. So I'm very excited to have you here today because if you're here, you're a badass. So tell me in the comments what type of coach you are, what you do. I will try to be looking at comments and going back and forth, but I do have a lot of things that I want to share. So I'll look at the comments and I'll be back and I'll reply afterwards if I need to. So just let me know in the comments what you do so that I know a little bit more about you. So what's happened for me in the last few years of my business has been nothing short of extraordinary. I have been the person that has taken all the action. And a lot of you guys, if you've been around my world for a while and you know me, you know that this is true. I invested in all the programs, I took all the action, and I still felt like something was off in my business. Something felt unaligned. And no matter what I did, I could not get past making $20K per month in my own business, even if I was increasing ad spend, even if I was doing it all. And what it really took for me to take things to a deeper level, to the next level, was a deeper understanding of what I truly needed to do to upgrade my own message and upgrade myself. I hired the next level of support, the coaches that I really needed to invest in, the things I needed to do to take that step. I made the decision that I was really ready. And now we're at a place where we generate around 50K per month in our business. We've had months where we generated 100,000 and, months when we've generated 40,000, but that's kind of where we range, right? And I actively sell only two things. That's it. Breakthrough Brand, which is my group coaching program, and then my premium one-on-one offer. That's it. And we do this by attracting next level clients and people who are here to make a true impact in the world. But what I see happening very often are the things that I myself experience so much in that journey to being to the place that I'm at right now, right? Being plateaued in the same place in my business without being able to grow my audience or my income no matter what I did. It was like, what's going on? Why am I in the same place? I'm doing all the things, I'm investing, I'm taking action, I'm doing the things that you're supposed to do. Why am I stuck in the same place? I was creating content I really felt was good. I was like, this is very good content. There's a lot of value in it. But I was not getting the traction that I believed that I should be getting or I expected. And it felt like, am I doing something wrong? Is there something wrong with me? I was consistently showing up. And the only responses that I would get were DMs from people trying to sell me their programs or trying to sell me how to grow on Instagram or whatever. And I kept on hustling and working harder and harder and harder. And there were moments where I felt like I was burning out. And then things that were working in the beginning of my business suddenly were not working anymore, like webinar funnels that were suddenly extremely expensive and not profitable because you have to spend over $1,000 to get a call booked. And that won't close either. I was hustling to get sales calls booked. But then 70, 80% of those people were not buying. They weren't ready, not quite. I have to ask my husband. I have to ask my wife. Let me think about it. I'm not ready yet. I'm already working with a coach. All of these excuses. So I was spending 70 to 80% of my time, my money, my energy, my effort on people that were not ready. And meanwhile, I'm seeing my competitors. I don't really believe that much in competition. That's another story. People in my space doing things that were either like kind of more basic than I was talking about or the same. And they were like taking off. And you're like, what's going on? Give me a 1 in the comments if you have experienced any of those things or you're currently experiencing any of those things as well. Because I think that's important, right? So what I realize right now is that I was creating these things for myself. And the cause of this was my messaging issues. Yes, I am a messaging coach. And I was having messaging issues myself, despite the fact that I have an MBA, despite the fact that I have specialization in branding, and I've been doing this since 2007. I was way too close to my business and I was not seeing the things that I was not doing. So after investing in mentors and deepening my craft and more and like just really going deeper, I recognize now pretty obviously what was going on. Number one, my content was way too educational, right? I was really focused on teaching too much and saying things that, like let me give value, right? And not really saying things that felt different. So therefore, it wasn't clear to my people how what I do is different. The other thing that I was doing is that I was speaking to too many people. For a very long time, I would not make a decision between working with newbies or people that were more advanced. And by me not making that commitment, and I would tell myself, well, I can help both and I can work with both and I can do this with that. Like I would tell myself all these things, but by me not making that commitment was me turning my content into way too broad. I was too broad. And I didn't realize that the fear of being too specific was actually the thing keeping me from making more money. We'll get into all of these things in a moment, right? I was implementing everything. I was taking action. I was doing all the things, but my content and what I was teaching was staying in the same level of depth. And I thought that adding more value meant that I needed to create more content, more PDFs, more trainings, more videos, more webinars, more TikToks, more content, instead of explaining to people why they were experiencing certain issues in their own businesses, in my case, right? Or I kept on tweaking my funnels, like my webinar, right? Based on what I saw my coaches were doing and thinking that if that worked for them, it would work for me, without realizing in the process that I had lost my own voice. Hopefully this is resonating for you guys, right? So once I fixed these things, everything in my business changed, from the quality of the people that we attracted to what we were charging to how we were responding. And these are the things that I now see happening with my own clients as well. You see, when you have a message that is truly dialed in, the marketing strategies that were sort of working take off. The courses that were barely selling take off. The platforms that you had zero engagement in take off. You take off and you elevate. At the core, my friends, this is a messaging issue. It's not your marketing strategies. It's your messaging that needs to be elevated to a place where you speak to and you attract the right people, the people who are ready to invest right now, the ones that are going to take action and get results, the ones who are focused on the payoff and not the payment. And what we're going to do over the next few days is go through a framework and process that's going to teach you to elevate every piece of your brand and your business, from your audience to your offers, to your prices, to your income, to your marketing strategy. But more important than anything else, what I want to do is elevate how you view and you treat yourself as a business owner, right? And I really want to say something before I jump into the content. And I really, truly, genuinely don't say this lightly. If you stay connected and you pay attention the next few days, they're going to change you. This is going to change the way that you view yourself, the way you view your business, the way you view your audience. So if you're ready to change these things, give me a yes in the comments. I'm truly excited. Like I can't even. I'm trying to stay collected, right? Okay, here's the deal. If you're at a place where you want to grow your business, whether that means you want to go from 5K per month to 10K per month, or 50K to 100K, or beyond 7 figures, what I want to do is help you expand your capacity to receive more clients and more money. Because what I've learned is that most of the time, people don't make more money because they've not elevated their relationship with money. They think small. They hold back and they stay in surface levels in terms of a lot of the things that they want and they say they want, and therefore they receive surface. And we all do this. And I'll tell you a story about this. A few months ago, I was talking to my coach, Sasha, which you'll meet later in the week. And she was saying, Fabi, ask the universe for a sign. Go for it. Ask the universe for a sign that you're on the right path, that whatever it was. And I thought about it for a second and I asked for a feather. I was like, I'm going to ask for a feather. I'm not somebody who wears feathers usually, or I don't have any feathers in my house that I can think of. I'm going to ask for a feather. That same day, I'm sitting in the patio of my house, the backyard, and a bird flies into my house. Now, I've lived in this house since 2016. Never has happened before. Birds flies in the house, flying all around. Mia, who just turned 2 on Friday, my little one, was going crazy, so excited because there was this little bird flying around, right? Eventually, obviously, we helped the bird to get out of the house. And I was thinking, here I was asking for a feather and I got a whole bird. I truly took it as a sign. Why are you asking for so little? My question for you is, are you asking for the feather or are you asking for the full bird? And it's not just about the money that you say that you want to make in your business. It's not about saying, okay, Fabi, good. I want $1 million per month in my business, right? That's not what I mean when I say play bigger. It's about the quality of business that you want to have. It's about the quality of life that you desire for yourself. To me, wanting the whole bird, and I know that there's a whole other meaning to that, means building a premium business. And I'll talk about what I mean in just a second. But it's about you becoming that premium coach who's able to command the prices that you know you should be charging, where you don't accept average in any area of your life. This is your opportunity right here, this week, today, en este momento, this moment, right? Your opportunity to elevate your life. This isn't just about attracting premium clients who are going to pay you higher prices. It's about declaring that you're not going to accept anything but high standards in your life, period. Not accepting scraps or basic, because those are the people that have been showing up for you. I don't care who's been showing up for you, right? People that want discounts or that say it's expensive, I don't care about that. What I want you to be is at a place where you don't accept anything less than what you desire. Don't accept the thought that you don't have what it takes, that you're not worthy of the success that you desire. not dimming your light anymore because of whatever story you're telling yourself. Instead, standing in complete power as a leader. That is what gets to change this week. You get to recalibrate the way in which you look at yourself and in which you show up as a brand. And that's what's required for you to be able to attract the people that you want. So let's talk about building that premium business, right? Because I really want you to change the way that you view scaling your business. Because if you're like me, you've been led to believe by all the marketing gurus and all the freaking ads that we get served all day long that building success requires a calendar full of sales calls. Let's get your calendar booked, right? Where you don't have a minute free during the day with all the sales calls that are booked. Or you need to have a team of 50 members where you're now managing this company that's complicated and a pain in the butt. What I realize is that business success doesn't have to look like any of these things at all. Unless, of course, this is what you're like, I dream of this. I dream of having this large corporation where whatever, right? That's not it, right? Scaling your business and building your premium brand doesn't have to mean more complication. In fact, it can mean more simplicity, because when you elevate your brand message and build a premium business, two things happen. One, you need fewer sales conversations to hit your goals. We'll talk about that. You guys are going to get excited about it. Two, the clients that you work with are easier and require less time and energy. Think about that. What do you prefer? 15 to 20 sales calls every single week, right? Enrolling 1 to 2 people, making a $3,000 offer, making maybe $6,000 a month. Or you have 10 to 15 sales calls in the whole month and you enroll 5 to 6 people at 5, 10, 20K, and you're making $50K per month. That is literally what we experience, right? In fact, I told you we've generated 100K months twice now in the last 8 months. And both times we did it with less than 12 sales calls in the whole month. We went from having 4 sales calls a day to 4 sales calls a week, and our income still increased. And here's one of the biggest lessons that I have for you right now. It's your ability to generate sales comes back to your capacity to receive clients. Your ability to make sales comes back to your capacity to receive those clients. Okay? So imagine that's what's required of you to make sales every single month is to be on all the time. You're creating 20 Facebook posts per week and creating TikToks and repurposing them to every platform. And you're writing blog posts with optimized SEO, and you're commenting on people's content on Facebook groups and Instagram, and you're doing daily IG lives, and you're going on podcasts, and you're spending thousands of dollars on ads, and you're taking 20 to 30 sales calls a week, and you're taking clients who are needy and required to be on call 24/7. And that's what's required for you to make 10K in a month. And it's not enough to pay a team member. That's what's required of you. Do you think that you want to hit 20K or 50K or 100K per month? It feels exhausting. And what happens is that you don't even realizing, but you start subconsciously to sabotage yourself. You sit down to write content and suddenly you're like, I don't have any ideas. I don't know what to write. And you're not really present on sales calls. You don't really want to make the sale that much, right? And you forget to post content and you stop showing up and your business starts to slow down and you blame yourself. You're like, it's my fault. I need to be more consistent. That's what people say. It's consistency. So you start again because you can't afford to make less. And then you're like, well, maybe it's the funnel. Maybe it's that this strategy won't work, but that one will. And you're investing in the next marketing program that's going to come in and be the thing that works for you. And the cycle starts over and over again. And you're like stuck in the same place. Give me a me in the comments if like you're like, oh, yes, right? If that's what's required of you to make more money, what do you want? More clients? Like, listen, I want you to be very honest with yourself about this, right? I want to make it clear. I'm not saying I'm anti-hustle. I'm not saying don't do anything and magically attract clients. If you follow me, if you see me, you see that I'm very actively taking action all the time. But I'm also doing it in a way that feels in alignment and feels good to me. For example, to fill this event up, I barely posted on social media about it. Old version of me would have been like, let me post 5 times a day on my Facebook feed and on Instagram and create this whole campaign around all this thing. I did not feel like it. I was like, you know what? Nope. I'm going to run a little bit of ads, like retargeting ads. I'm going to get a few affiliates. I'm going to send emails, and that's it. I don't like, if I feel like creating a post on Facebook, I will do it, but I'm not going to go crazy, right? So it's not that I'm anti-hustle. It's about being strategic about the work that you do and smart with your time, being capable of creating core pieces of content that do the majority of the work for you in a way that feels good and expansive and exciting, so that you can go on and live your life, so that you can go on and embody the thing that you're selling. What we don't realize is that we've created a prison for ourselves. We've built this business because we wanted freedom. I want freedom. I don't want to have a boss. I want to have more money. I want to travel. And you've trapped yourself into this machine that needs you to keep on turning and turning content and money and time to have it run. And you've been sold this idea. Go build your group offer. Make it scalable. Scale your time. Stop trading hours for money. Run ads to your webinar. Now you don't have to do anything except the fact that you're now on 50 sales calls a week. You're 50 hours only on sales calls. And the majority of these people are not buying. And instead of you being here, creating from your heart and what feels good and what you're passionate about and creating from your purpose, you're here on sales calls with the wrong people. So what I'm saying to do instead is elevate all of it. How you view and treat yourself, your audience, the people that you accept and you bring into your world, your offer, so that you command premium pricing. And therefore you get to build a business that feels good and that you have the capacity to grow because you have space for it. You have time for it. You're not resenting your business. That is what building a premium brand is about. That's what I'm here to teach you. So yes, words matter because it means that you're attracting better leads, of course. But what matters most are the words that you're telling yourself. It's the mental chatter. It's how you're treating yourself, because the sales happens within you first. The sale happens within you first. It happens within your thoughts, within your heart, within your feelings, your emotion, and how you're showing up. It's coming through your energy and the pieces of content you're putting into the world. And if that is off, your business is going to reflect it. You're going to be stuck in the same place because you will not have the capacity to receive more. It's impossible. And I know that this is true because I've experienced it a million times in my business. It's crazy. Like sometimes I'm like, I can't, it's mind blowing. And I talk to my clients and I see it all the time. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overworked. I'm doing too much. All of a sudden, my perfect funnel, my ads, my posts, everything falls flat. Nothing works. Nothing works. And I'm like, what's going on? And I drive my husband, who runs ads for me, crazy. What's going on with our ads? Like, why is nobody coming in? And I'm looking at my content on Facebook. And I'm like, what's going on? And I'm stressing out about it, right? And then the moment that I'm open myself up to receive and feeling good and feeling great and whatever, everything is working again. That's strange, right? My business has a life of its own because it's responding to my energy. Yours does too, by the way, right? So it responds to the way that you're treating yourself. And if you don't have the capacity to receive more, and the words that you're saying to yourself are, I'm exhausted, I'm burnt out, I'm tired. Like, yes, I need to make money. Yes, I need to sign a client, but I need a break. I'm just really, really tired. It's funny because I literally had this conversation over Voxer this morning with a client who was telling me she did not understand why she wasn't making sales on her launch. I mean, a few of them. And then a same sentence, she said, I just really feel like I don't want to sell this anymore. And I'm like, I wonder why that is. So let me know in the comments if this is resonating, by the way. So choosing to be a premium brand who's attracting, ready to invest, ready to buy, premium, high ticket, high caliber clients requires you to be that person too, to become that premium coach and treat yourself in the same way. This is why you need to make a commitment to becoming premium, because it's about building a life that feels premium to you. And asking yourself, what is it that you ultimately want? And maybe for you, it's like, I want to be drinking champagne every day and getting massages and first class tickets to Dubai, or whatever it is. For me, it's easier. It's simpler. I don't need a bigger house. I don't need a fancy car. I don't need any of that. What I need is time. And I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable with you guys right now. I can remember a time in my business where I knew that I was going to do big things. I knew it. I felt it within my heart. And it was so frustrating feeling like, why am I not seeing this right now? And all I wanted to do was skip this part. And I would tell my husband, I just want to skip this part and get to the good part already. But I would struggle with it because I would feel like skipping this part also means I skip my daughter's childhood. And I don't want to do that. All I wanted was to be present for them. That's why I built my own business in the first place. So here I am wanting to skip this part and check out of my life, but not wanting to miss out the thing that was most important and is most important for me, my little girls, Nati, Ale, and Mia. And my husband, of course, right? And it would break my heart. And I would struggle with that internally. And I realized that when I'm 90 and I'm on my deathbed, and I feel like, and I look back, I'm going to feel like I would give away every last penny, every cent, every dollar that I ever made to be back at this very moment of my life. I don't want you to miss out on your life either, because that's the whole point, isn't it? To be present, to not check out. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I've been able to finally be at a place where I get to be present for real this time, where I get to be there for my girls and my family, right? But honestly, that is what building a premium brand is about for me. Let me drink a little bit of water. Let me see your comments. I don't even want to see it. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So what I want for you is to have more spaciousness and to feel the power of working with people that need less of you and are willing to pay and happily pay for your time, even if it's more limited, right? That will happily pay for your knowledge and for your expertise and for your ability to solve the problems that they already have. But when you're speaking to people that are needy, it takes more of you. And taking more of you means that you're contracting your capacity to receive, because why would you want more? I was chasing for sales calls. Now, the less that I work, the more money that I make, because I'm allowing more space. I get interrupted less, interrupted by my thoughts, interrupted by my fears or stories or worries. And I want you to ask yourself, who are you uninterrupted? That is a premium version of you. The reason why the less time I work, the more money I make is simple. I'm speaking to premium clients. I'm attracting these people, but also internally, it means that I have the capacity to receive, because I'm not resenting my own business. I can spend time with my family and I can spend more time with my kids, right? I can allow myself the ideas to come through. What you're listening to right here is the example of that. This came to me because I had the capacity to receive it on that Friday. But if I would have been like, no, you know what? Let me like keep on rescheduling my appointment to go get my driver's license, I wouldn't be here today, right? Even something as simple and obvious as that. So what you want is to create more simplicity in your life. I have a pretty simple life. I have a team with less than 5 people. I have 3 kids. That part is not simple, but I work from 11 to 3 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday, never on the weekends. I don't work more than 30 hours a week. And we make between 40 and 100K per month, like I mentioned. My schedule is simple. I want to show you what that looks like, because I want you to see what a premium business looks like. I do client calls on Mondays and on Thursdays. I do podcast interviews on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, I do one-on-one work. Like I build websites for my one-on-one clients. I do write their messaging. I review their webinars, their content. I walk them through that process. And then on Fridays, I have team meetings and content creation. That's it. That's it. This is what my life looks like, Monday through Friday. I take my kids to school almost every day. I go to the gym. I go to the gym at 9 a.m., which is pretty late. I pick them up in the afternoons most days. There's days when obviously I will be, for example, today I won't be able to pick them up, right? I have client calls. I work with one-on-one clients. That's it. And while I don't have do sales calls myself, because I do have a team that does that, if I were the one that's doing sales calls, it would add maybe an extra 4 hours per week. That's about it, right? And I have 2 programs and everything is sold the exact same way for the most part, right? This week, I'm going to be talking to you guys about Breakthrough Brand, which is my group coaching program. But most of the time, everything is sold the same way. And we'll tell you how we sell. And I'll walk you through like the behind the scenes of that on Thursday, right? I have an evergreen business, meaning anyone can enroll whenever you want to. And you can enroll today if you wanted to. That's it. I usually don't do any launches. The last time I did an event like this was in 2021. So it's been a while. And I only do them when they feel good and excite me. It's exciting for me, right? So you want to really think about what does your schedule need to look like for you? What kind of offers do you want to focus on? What is going to bring you more freedom in your life? I'm not going to stand for you checking out of your life and doing things on autopilot. This is what this week is really all about. And that's what Breakthrough Brand is all about. I want you to create the life that you want where you don't have to check out. You don't want to check out. So that being said, I think that we're going to go over an hour, but I'm just going to wing it. I'm not wing it, but I'm just going to go with it. And it is what it is. So let's talk about some of the very common messaging mistakes or mistakes that people are making in regards to their messaging that's preventing them from attracting those premium clients and holding them back from creating more, right? Thinking, I need to grow my audience, right? The thing that I need to do is get in front of more people and feeling like nothing is enough. Nothing they do is enough. Let me do TikTok and Facebook and Pinterest and YouTube and Instagram and all these things, or spend more money on ads. And it's this never ending feeling of not enoughness. When really it can be simpler with a message that speaks to the right people. Or worrying, I'm not an influencer. I need to buy followers. Please do not buy followers. Or I don't have a large following, right? Or thinking that your audience won't buy high ticket because they can't afford it, right? If that's true, if that's what you're experiencing, you're speaking to the wrong people. Because right now, I promise you that within your audience, you have the right people. I guarantee it. But they're not paying attention because you're not speaking to them. And I have an example of this. Catherine, I think I'll talk about her throughout the next few days a little bit. She helps women dealing with chronic pain stop feeling chronic pain, right? So you would think these are people that it's like a very specific audience, blah, 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 blah. The moment we changed her messaging, she started attracting more and more of the right people all of a sudden without growing her audience, right? Another mistake is people thinking, well, I just need to get better at sales. Let me create more discounts. Let me create more options. Let me customize for each client that comes in. Bend over backwards to get people to say yes. Charge lower prices. Have them go up the ladder, right? You've heard that. Like, let me enroll them down here, then over here. When it's really the opposite. Speak to the top of the ladder. And if they can't enroll at the top, well, then they can start, they can go down, right? You need to focus on fixing the people, not the price, right? Another mistake is I need to find that magic marketing funnel that's going to fix my business. That's the thing. I haven't found the funnel. I haven't found the strategy yet, right? Instead, what you want to do is that every time you create content, you're creating content that you know is attracting your ideal clients your way. Instead, it's like in theory, you know what you're doing or you should be doing. You know that you have to create some sort of educational content or content that changes people's perspective, but you don't really know what to say to get people to move and to take action. That is where investing in your business is really important, because you need to go deeper to understand the energetics and the words to what it takes to make people move, because it's not something that's taught by most people. This is why I struggled through it, right? People are either teaching the tactics or the intangibles, but not the mix of both, right? And that's one of the things that we've really incorporated into what we do a lot, right? So what you need is to captivate people through your words, but also magnetize them through your energy, through the content, through the things that you're doing to get people to nod their heads and say, yes, that's me. That's what I need. I need that. When the things are right, everything flows. You attract great leads. You feel in flow. You're creatively inspired. You feel this internal momentum. People who show up for you are different. They're in a different place. They're in a different energy. But when you are off because you are needy, this better work or else, right? Like, I'm enrolling in this program and this better be the thing. That's exactly what you end up attracting to. The people who say they're in, but they're not really. The ones who have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The ones who consume but don't invest. It begins with you. You got to be all in for real, because your business is genuinely a mirror that reflects back at you exactly what's going on inside of you. And I wish I could say that this isn't true, but it is, right? So you need to know what's inside of you, and you need to communicate why you to your people. So let's talk about why you. Let's talk about what you need to say, right? Because at the end of the day, people connect to people. There's a million people out there saying the things that you're saying right now. So why you? Why you? What about you is different, and how can you bring your different perspective? So here's what I want you to get, right? What you teach isn't different, but how you teach it can only be yours. Because what you want to do is teach through anecdotes, storytelling, analogies, experiences, and things that only you bring to the table. Your big question is, what is your angle? What is your angle? That's it. What is your angle, right? Your job is to figure that out and leverage it. I work with so many clients over the years in so many similar fields, right? Like weight loss or health related, right? Gav, who focuses on helping men lose weight and kind of recover their confidence in the bedroom. Monica, who helps women with insulin resistance. Katie, who helps women or men, or both, with binge eating. And they're all kind of little different angles around health, right? In one way or another. Everybody has their own angle. Same with leadership coaches. I've worked with a lot of leadership, high performance coaches over the years too. Arsalan, helping pro athletes overcome chronic stress. Sandra, helping high caliber entrepreneurs with sexy confident. Craig, in helping entrepreneurs in becoming the champion. Matt, who helps sales professionals develop mental toughness, right? Every single one of those people has their own angle, their stories. The question is, what is yours? What is your angle going to be? How can you make it hyper clear to your audience? How can you own your story even more? You have to put the flag and say, this is me. This is my spot. This is who I am. This is what I stand for. And bring that through in every piece of your customer journey and experience and your process, right? Every chance you get is a touch point. It's an opportunity to bring you forward. I'm going to drink a little bit of water. So that what I want for you is for you to audit yourself, audit your content, your processes. Are you being consistent? Does it make sense? Because if you're confused and you're speaking in a different language in every piece in the process, like your landing page says one thing, your ad says another one, your TikTok says another, your email says another, it's like, what? Who? Huh? What? You're confusing your people, and a confused audience doesn't buy. This has to go beyond words, right? Like it's me saying, oh, I help you attract premium clients, ready to invest clients. And if I were on Messenger chasing after you, like, are you going to buy? Are you going to enroll? Are you in? Hey, do you want to hop on 10 calls so that I can answer every single one of your questions? Are you ready to enroll? Can we start? That does not make any sense, right? That's not congruent with who I say I am. So you have to take a moment to analyze and audit your message and how you're showing up and how you're operating your business. Because what I want you to get is that, yes, what you're saying matters, but it only matters because of your own certainty and belief in your own self and your own content. And more than anything, your unwavering certainty in yourself and what you have to offer. You want to create content that takes people from, okay, that was good, thank you, to content that moves people, that activates them. And for you to do this, you want to feel or make people feel like you are owning your content. You are it. You understand it in a deeper level, right? On Wednesday, I'm going to go into how to create this type of content even more, just FYI for you. And a lot of times what happens is that you're spending all of your time trying to explain it, but you're not living it, living what you teach. You need to live it and to show it. This is what my life looks like. This is what I experience. This is what I invest in. This is how I up level in my own support. This is what I can help you do. You are here to build your own story of success that comes from a very real and authentic place. What I see happening instead is people holding back from sharing too much. They're comparing themselves to other people, or they don't want to be too much, or they've been following this unwritten rules about what success is supposed to look like. They think that others are going to judge them. But the truth is that they're judging themselves, right? Because they aren't where they think they should be because of debt that they have, or clients that have asked for refunds, or whatever bullshit story you're telling yourself, right? These things are shameful and embarrassing. So you're holding back from things, saying the things that you really want to say. So you're following this formula, right? The only reason why my content works well is that I'm saying the things that my clients are experiencing. And I'm saying the things that I've experienced. That's it, right? So what happens is that people kind of just bend themselves to sound like what is supposed to work, right? Because that's what everybody is teaching, selling you formulas and processes and steps or whatever. And you're not, like, you're completely disconnected from your true message, right? So now you see everybody in the market, like, for example, like people thinking that they need to be a money-making coach to be successful, right? So everybody likes a health coach, relationship, life coach. Oh, now I'm a money-making coach. And everybody is, I'm going to help you reach 10K months and 6 figures a year. And everybody sounds the same. No one is saying anything different. It's no surprise that it's hard for you to grow. It's a message that's not your message. And I want to be very honest with you. I did this for years. A lot of you following me for a while know that this is true. I was talking, like, my message used to be something about like helping you generate 1 to 4 sales calls per day, which I was doing, but that's not what I really do. I wasn't really claiming my message, my power, my truth. And I was doing it because I thought that that's what it took for me to succeed. This is what people want, so let me sell that. I didn't realize is that I wasn't going deeper. I wasn't understanding that what my people wanted was not about generating 4 sales calls per day. It was about building a message and a brand that feels true to your heart, that embodies who you are, that attracts the people, the circumstances, the situations that allow you to have more freedom. It's about embodying your own power and your worth and bringing it forward in your content. That is what my message is all about. A few weeks ago on a group coaching call, Judith, one of my clients, was saying, Fabi, when I joined Breakthrough Brand, it wasn't because I wanted more clients. I just wanted more of the right ones. That's what I do. That's what's happened to her, right? So what happens is that you see all of these copycat coaches and you become one of the copycat coaches because you think this is what's needed to succeed. And I'm here to tell you it is not. The thing that's going to turn you into a 6 or 7 figure or 8 figure coach, whatever, however much money you want to make, is you standing in your power, owning your worth, owning your value, owning the message that is within you that exists right there. What's going to allow you to achieve everything you have ever dreamt of is you realizing that the only thing keeping you from getting there is the fear that you won't. I've learned that the hard way. Listening to the mental chatter and the stories that you're telling yourself about what's true and what's not true. Oh, it's going to take longer. Oh, that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not what I'm supposed to say. And you haven't allowed the true thing that you need that's in your heart to come out, right? People think, oh, I have to be very tangible. It has to be tangible and measurable for me to succeed. But what happens is we skip the part about building a message that feels like us. We speak to the pain and we think that our audience needs that because the industry is telling you that, people will never buy to move towards something. They're only going to buy to move away from something. So we need to speak to the fear. It's not true. That is not true at all. I'm here as a testament that that's not the truth. And I can tell you from my client's experience, it's not the truth. I have clients that come to me already making $70,000 per month saying, Fabi, I feel like my message is holding me back from growing. And when I look at their message, it's like, I don't even understand how you got to $70K per month. This is not who you are. So you might be making $100K per month or $1,000 per month. And this work that we're doing here, that we're talking about today, still matters. It's going to determine your capacity to receive more, your capacity to grow, your capacity to expand, your capacity to create, to show up. Creating a message and content that sounds like and feels like everybody else is not you. It's holding you back from attracting those premium clients and from building a business that works for you. Not you working for your business all day long, right? What's really needed is for you to own that authentic message, for that to come through, your voice, your message, your style, your power, your presence, right? Most people are staying in the surface and the simplicity because they think that that's what's required. And what they inadvertently end up doing is that they dumb down their message and you create surface level content, which attracts surface level clients, right? That's not what we want. So if you want if you want to stand for, or as you stand for what you believe in, is what I'm trying to say, that's what you're going to be able to attract more, with a message that allows you to create content that makes your audience feel, and finally say something that makes people feel like you're saying the thing that I've been feeling, but nobody has said. But achieving that requires you to go deep. So who you are matters more than you could possibly imagine. It's the core of your brand. It's the core of your message, the core of what gets somebody to say yes. You want people to buy, but you need to be sold on you first. You need to believe in you. And that's what's required to get people to truly see you. It's you truly seeing yourself, you developing that unwavering trust and certainty in yourself. That's when you become an energetic match to premium clients and that premium life, right? So at the core, go deeper into thinking about what is that message that you have to deliver? What is at the core of your heart? What are the things that you truly want to say that you're holding back from saying because you're afraid that if people knew, or whatever BS you're telling yourself? That's not the truth, right? And understand, like I said before, that what you teach might be the same, but how you teach it is only yours. Think about just what I said today, how much storytelling I included into the things that I've talked about today, how much of my own story I brought in. How many examples? This is what makes you different. This is what makes you a match to premium. So that's kind of what I have for you guys today. That's the core of it, right? You know, it's really about building that premium brand that matters to you and bringing your message forward. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about who your audience is, how to speak to the premium ready to invest person. To my goal with what I'm going to give you tomorrow is to really help you understand your audience in a way that you've never understood them before. How to speak to the premium version of them, right? And how to show up in a way that gets them to say, ooh, that's me. Then on Wednesday, we're going to talk about content creation, how to create content that gets people, like that moves people. I'm going to get pretty specific on those things. On Thursday, we're going to do a call with Deb, who is my sales genius. And we're going to tell you what our sales process looks like, how we do this, how it is that we've reduced the number of sales calls, but increase our income, what our process looks like, and all the details around sales. And then on Friday, I'm going to do a live Q&A where I'm going to answer your questions, and I'm literally going to coach you for free. Whatever question you have specifically to your business, I'll try to get to as many people as I can. I'm going to answer your questions on Friday. So you're going to get these videos all the way until next Friday, next week, June 2nd. Then I'm shutting down this group. I'm deleting the videos. I'm bringing them down. They're gone. Ciao, se acabó. And part of the reason for this is that I want to make sure that you consume it right now, because I understand how life is. Like, I get it. I have 3 kids. I hear one of them outside my room right now, right? And I want to give you the opportunity to watch these things and really step into them. There's a workbook. Look into the guides section in the group so you'll find the actual workbook. I created it in Google Docs, but I also uploaded a Word document because I had a few people that messaged me saying that they couldn't access it. There's a replay page if you don't want to watch it on Facebook. There's a replay page as well for that. And there is also a thread for you to share basically what your biggest takeaways from today are. And every single day I'll be announcing a winner, and I'm going to be doing small giveaways from some of my smaller programs and courses that I've created over the years. Like I mentioned, I don't actively sell them, but I'm still giving those away. And then every single day at 8 p.m., there's going to be a live replay. So I'm going to be streaming this live, and there's going to be a little bit of a watch party for the people that can't watch it live early in the day. I'm truly excited about all the things. I hope that all the things that I shared with you today resonated with you. I think that if you received it, it's because you needed to receive it. And I really hope that it did and it resonated and you heard it from your heart more than anything else. So that's it, my friends. That's what I've got for you. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day. Ciao.